Es que ahora, mira, Hangout es en directa, ¿vale? Porque es streaming. Pero yo lo he puesto en no en elenco, entonces cuando yo cierro esto no está público. No lo ves.
Pero entonces, ¿por qué dicen directo?
Porque ellos ven aquí esto, que es lo mismo que veo yo, en directa.
Pero, ¿y qué significa eso?
Significa que estamos en directo, es una transmisión en directa. Pero entre nosotros, esto luego se queda en mi canal, no es
ya lo
mío.
entiendo, porque tú puedes enseñarle, si quieres, una presentación a la gente.
Sí, puede ser. Esto se utiliza para los webinars, como lo que hiciste tú.
Ya.
Pero
Pues
no es público, no es
público,
público, es mío. Y la durará ahí, pero no es...
Hombre, pones al belga ahí en YouTube, así. ¿No tienes las frías en los pies? ¿Te traen las zapatillas?
No tengo zapatillas.
Están ahí. No cojas frío, ¿eh? No, esta habitación no es frío.
Aquí están. A ver, chicos. Nosotros ahí sigue apareciendo en alta, ahora he entendido lo que queréis. En alta aparece en directo, ¿no? En directa.
Sí, y te llega un mensaje.
Eso, pero realmente cuando este vídeo ahora se está grabando automáticamente en mi canal en YouTube, que es privado.
Vale.
Porque cuando, o sea, luego, por ejemplo, eso es para webinars. Yo los cursos esos están todos grabados y luego yo los edito, los cambios y luego lo publico cuando yo decido y todo. Tranquilos que esto no está publicado.
Es que pone en directo porque con estos de Hangouts tú puedes hacer que la gente se conecte y te haga y le puedes dar un vídeo, por ejemplo, y la gente está toda conectada y tú en lugar de ponerle algo en directo le pones un vídeo.
Sí, o podemos comunicar, hay chats y todo, por eso está bien. Mejor que Skype, vamos, pero...
Sí.
¿Aquí aprendéis algo más?
¿Dónde está el logo de Jamuy detrás el panel informativo? Pues así toda la entrevista, y sonriendo mucho, ¿eh?
Podemos poner algunos aquí. Genial, ¿no?
Cubrimos el cachirímbolo.
Está bien, pero si lo podéis centrar un poco la cámara igual...
Sí, porque Tomás está un poco fuera.
Sí, es que Paola está como así en la...
Ya la conocemos, Tomás, no te preocupes.
Le gusta tener toda la vista de la video.
No el protagonismo.
No, es que no veo, coño, que soy miope, entonces me acerco.
Tenéis que parecer buenas personas.
Sí.
Nada de insultos ni malas palabras.
Oye, hay una pregunta que dices, ¿qué es lo que aconsejas cuando alguien viaja con su pareja? Yo voy a decir, no lo hagas.
No, hombre, sí que lo tengo que hacer. Pero al final de esa pregunta en que tenéis que miraros en los ojos y decir, I love you, darling.
Sí, claro. No lo hagáis. Gran error.
Lo puedes hacer con tu mascota también, en caso de no tener pareja.
Claro, porque la mascota la puedes abandonar y comprarte otra. La pareja no es tan fácil.
No es tan fácil, no quiere decir que no puedas.
Pero no lo sabes, ya no estamos pareja, ¿no?
Ya no es verdad, es solo para decir, bueno, nosotros lo dejamos como hace un mes de llegar, pero oye, lo recomendamos a todo el mundo y salió genial.
Somos muy buenos amigos ahora. Bueno, pareja, yo os dejo que...
Luego vuelves.
Luego vuelvo, ¿vale? Pero durante la entrevista no me deja estar serena. ¿Vale?
Sí,
sí, pero me gustaría que pasas a veces, ¿no?
Ya, es que yo no tengo pensado, tío.
Eres el terrorista con la barba en el detrás de...
Pasa sin camiseta, luego otra sin calzoncillo, te acercas.
A la WhatsApp.
Es la libertad per viaggiare, nos va a hacer ricos, entonces Elena no puede permitirse ningún cosas. Bueno, chicos, que vaya muy bien, ¿vale?
Hasta ahora.
Chao.
Ahora te llamo. A ver, espera. Bueno, ¿estáis listos?
¿Sí?
Sí. Yo quería hacer una pequeña presentación en italiano porque estamos hablando con los italianos y luego switch to English, luego maybe Italian, luego English y bla, bla, bla. ¿Sí? Vale. Pues entonces... Ciao viaggiatori e viaggiatrice e benvenuto nuovamente a Libertà per Viaggiare. Oggi ho il piacere di presentarti due grandi amici che sono Paola e Thomas Eccoli qua, se volete salutare. Say hi.
Hi.
Paola e Thomas
Ciao.
sono i fondatori insieme a Marion di un progetto che si chiama Jamuy. È un progetto solidale, tra l'altro si chiama, infatti il motto del progetto è Have fun and do good, quindi fare del bene e divertirsi. È una piattaforma, possiamo dire mondiale, perché in questa piattaforma tutti quanti possono partecipare, interagire e pubblicare delle attività attraverso le quali le persone si possono conoscere, possono interagire e possono soprattutto divertirsi. I ragazzi, oltretutto, Paola e Thomas, si sono conosciuti, hanno vissuto in Germania e hanno deciso di prendersi un anno sabbatico. In questo anno hanno deciso di esplorare, di andare nel Sud America e quindi attraverso questa intervista parleremo sia del loro progetto Jamuy che del loro anno in Sud America e vedremo come appunto viaggiare in America Latina. So, guys, now I switch to English. First of all, did you understand something?
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Okay. First
Spanish.
of all, yes. Now, first of all,
With
thanks.
Spanish and French, we can understand a little bit of Italian. It's fine.
Oh, that's good. That's good. First of all, thanks a lot to be here today. You are now in Buenos Aires.
Yeah,
that's right. It's pretty warm.
Warm, yeah. Here we are in February, so it's not so warm as there. And well, first of all, I introduced a little bit about your project and who you are, but I would like you to introduce a little more, if you can tell something about yourself and why, for example, you decided to take this gap year, because I know you had a job in Germany. You decided to take this gap year and to go to South America. So what was your motivation, first of all, to take this step?
Basically, well, on my part, I always wanted to do as well an entrepreneurial project. And I think I see life a little bit like an experiment. So it's by pushing your comfort zone that you actually grow, and
yeah,
it's a way to do it. And we wanted to link this entrepreneurial project with traveling at the same time. So yeah, I mean, we decided to do it. We started in Germany a couple of months before traveling with another person, another co-founder.
Mm-hmm.
And since then we're a big team, so with other volunteers like us, and it's more of a collective project now. If you want to add something?
In my part, like, I always wanted to take a year off to travel, but I didn't just want to travel. I wanted to do something positive, something good. So that's why I started to look for a project that was social in order to take this year off, but at the same time do something good and also entrepreneurial. So that's pretty much from my side.
Something also, these projects, I mean, you want to help also other people, right? It's a kind of sustainable project.
Yeah, it's a purely social project. So there's no money involved, or I mean, only cost involved, but it's not bringing us any money. So it's really purely social, but it's still the same process as starting a project or a company, and that's also interesting. But the whole point is really purely to help organization.
Good.
To promote their activities of short duration. I mean, I don't know if you want us to explain a little bit the concept.
Sure. You can explain a little more about Jamuy, how does it work, how many people there are. Please go ahead.
So, do you want me to start? Or?
Okay.
So basically, it's an online platform where you can find activities of short duration.
Yes.
That are organized by a social organization or with a social purpose. What we mean by social purpose, it means socially beneficial purpose. So it can be something for the environment, for diversity, integration, for culture and art, or for all this kind of different purpose, or animal protection. And you find three types of activities. Free activities. So an example of that would be having dinner with refugees in Germany.
Yes.
Cooking and having dinner with refugees in Germany, or repairing some of your, go to some kind of workshop to repair your bike or your toaster or whatever you have broken, so that you don't have to throw and buy again. An example of let's say an activities with a donation would be, for example, a benefit concert. Benefits concert is in German, but charity concert.
Yes.
Or a feria, or a fair. I'm talking in different languages, but yeah.
Okay, we understand.
So basically, it's where you can go, and you can. The organization is helping. You are helping the organization by giving some kind of donation, and still doing something that is fun and nice to do. And that's the idea, the concept behind Jamuy. And the third kind of activities is volunteering of short duration. So, for example, for an event or that is organized by a social organization, you go and you help for an evening and or a weekend.
Okay.
And basically, you can find these activities on the platform, or you can share these activities on the platform. So that means if you're traveling, or if you're living in the country and you know about these activities with a social purpose or with a socially beneficial purpose, then you can put the activities. It takes only 5 minutes to put it online.
Yes.
Super easy, super easy to put to create a profile with your picture and a quick description, and to put an activities online.
Okay, I just a bit switched to Italian to explain at this point, because as you told, everyone can share this activity, right? So,
yes.
So for example, for Italian people, se avete un'attività, conoscete per esempio delle attività che si svolgono nella vostra città, come ha detto Thomas, che si interessano a interagire con le persone locali, o magari attività di volontariato, o attività dove la gente si può conoscere, che possono aiutare comunque delle altre persone, perché stiamo parlando di attività sociali, potete appunto andare nella piattaforma Jamuy. Sotto poi vi lascio il link della piattaforma. Semplicemente potete descrivere l'attività, mettere una foto e renderlo pubblico. In questo modo potete aiutare anche a crescere questo progetto e a far sì che persone di tutto il mondo poi si conoscano. Infatti nella piattaforma trovate attività di tutto il mondo, trovate attività nella Germania, nel Sud America, i ragazzi sono stati infatti a Buenos Aires, e quindi trovate attività da ogni parte, da Parigi, e quindi se riusciamo anche in Italia a diffondere queste attività sarebbe molto molto interessante. So I explain a bit, so everyone can put their activity online, and it's very easy, right? They have to sign up or something.
Yeah,
okay.
You have to create your profile, which takes like 2 minutes, with a picture, because we want to create a community too. And then you post the activity that you choose to post. So it's pretty easy to do.
We don't, unfortunately, we don't have an Italian version for now. But you can write anything in Italian and in the English version. So if you understand, it's pretty straightforward. It works like any simple platform. Ok,
so quindi potete anche scriverlo in italiano, in inglese, comunque è una worldwide platform, per cui non ci sono problemi. Queste attività, all these activities are for free, or some of the activities they have to pay?
So the platform is for free. But some of the activities that the projects are paying activities. For example, in Madrid, we have this restaurant. You go for lunch and you pay for your meal. And then at night, with the money that you've paid, they invite homeless people to eat. In this case, the activity would be paying activity, because you do pay for the meal you're taking.
Okay.
But so that's pretty much the concept. But the platform is free for everyone.
So any activities that will have a cost tag that would be costly, the organization would have to return some of the money to build the community, or it's like a donation in some way.
Okay.
So
good. And coming back, you are now in South America, and you took this. You are there for 1 year. This project is for free. So how do you manage to finance to all your trip? How do you pay for everything? Because you do nothing. You do everything for free right now. You don't get any money from this project.
Yeah. So basically, the way I see it is that to finance and stuff is just like if we were taking a normal sabbatical, meaning that all the costs is money that we saved for many years in order to take a year off and allow ourselves to fully work on our project without having to work on anything else, so that we can spend 100% of our time on this project without earning any money. So we basically saved while we were in Frankfurt, and then for 1 year we live from our savings.
Okay.
It's purely volunteering program. So it's a purely volunteering project. So we don't charge any of the social organization for what we do, and we don't have to pay neither. So a lot of volunteering project, you're having to go and give a donation, and so we don't ask for that neither for the volunteers that are working on the project.
Oh, that's a miracle. And so in this year, you decided to work on this project and at the same time to travel and discover South America. How do you balance, how you organize your free time to work and to try to enjoy also South America and discover the culture, meet people? What is your type day?
Well, actually, the project allows us to meet a lot of people and to get to know the country in depth. So it's really interesting also on that side to meet the organizations, the different projects, the events that are done, so that we go to the events and there we meet new people. So it's pretty cool to meet people that we don't know when we're traveling. A typical day would be we work 4 to 5 hours per day, and then the rest of the time we basically do some cultural activity, visit some new places. And then we also travel around, meaning so we spend 3 months per country.
Yes.
So we've been 3 months in Quito and 3 months in Argentina. And in the meantime, we do like 1 month visiting other countries and so on. So we've been to Peru, Bolivia, we go to Mexico.
Can you describe a little bit what is your trip in South America? Where did you start? What are the next countries you're going to visit?
We started in Bolivia. We went to Peru. We passed a little bit in Chile, but just very quickly.
Yes.
Then we went to Ecuador. We stayed 3 months in Ecuador for the project. And then we went to Patagonia before coming to Buenos Aires. We then go to Mexico for a month, and then go to Colombia before coming back to Europe.
Wow, good. And so far, what's your favorite country? What did you like most?
Yeah, they're all so different in terms of what you can see. Like Peru is amazing culturally and gastronomy. Like Bolivia has some of the paisaje, the landscape that are so wonderful. I mean, it's very difficult. And Buenos Aires is a wonderful city, so you have a little bit of everything, right?
So you are very happy. In your opinion, South America has a lot to give, no? The landscape, people, and do you feel safe also there? I mean, for traveling people, there is anything you want to recommend to be careful about something in particular?
To be honest, we haven't had any problems so far. We feel pretty safe. Like here in Buenos Aires, we go everywhere by bike. And also at night and so on. So of course you have to, like, it's not Germany, meaning you cannot carry your camera or your phone around because you're on the chance of having it stolen. But it's pretty safe. You have to know where to go and when to go. There are areas the locals tell you that don't go, and so those kind of things you have to respect. But to be honest, like,
one tip I would have is, if you go to a country where you don't know, just ask the locals.
Okay.
I always done that wherever I travel, and you can meet up locals with couchsurfing or the kind of like platform, and they will tell you what's the best.
it was easy to connect with local people? Do they usually help you if you have any problem, or are they interesting to meet you, to know your story?
Yeah, they're pretty. I mean, in every country we've been, they're pretty open, and they just like to share the story. When you tell them you come from far, they ask you about everything that's happening in Europe, and they tell you a lot about what's happening here. So you learn a lot from them.
Okay.
And they're very helpful, and they like people coming and interesting themselves about their culture and country and what happens. So they're pretty easy.
Pretty easy. I remember.
The good thing is you can also speak the language. I mean, so you have one language that is kind of predominant in the region, whereas in Asia it's very difficult to connect with people.
Yes. And also, for example, well, you, Paula, you speak Spanish. Thomas, you are improving your Spanish, right? So, but for example, Italian people, no, if they don't speak Spanish and maybe they speak English, is there any problem for them to travel to connect with local people there?
In Buenos Aires, I would say no, there is no problem. Most of people do speak English. In some other places, it might be a problem, but I would say for Italians, especially if they speak slowly and with hands. I mean, people are really open about, if you smile, at the end of the day, if you smile and try to connect with someone, they will find the way.
So language is not a problem at all.
I would say if you speak Russian, it might get problematic because they wouldn't understand, but Italian, as friends, you can still communicate somehow with the people.
And with the languages now, we have the body language is quite easy, you know, to understand. That's good. I remember you when you left, because you took the flight to go to South America from here, from Madrid. And I remember when you went to the airport with a very big backpack. First of all, I would like to ask you, what was your feeling? You were a bit nervous, no? Because you were dreaming this trip since a long time ago. So what was your feeling that day that you took finally the flight to go to South America?
For me, I felt like I was just going to travel for a week. I didn't realize it's only 3 months down the line that I just realized I was going for a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me too, it didn't feel like we were traveling the entire year. It felt a bit weird because, like in my case, I spent 1 month in Spain before leaving. So I had left my flat in Frankfurt before and so on. So that was also, I wasn't at home since 1 month already. But it didn't feel like, well, 1 year we're not going to
see your friends or your family. Was not. What was
afterwards?
What was the reaction, for example, what was the reaction of your parents when you told them, "Oh, we are going 1 year to South America"?
First, I mean, about the project, they were quite happy. I mean, in my case, and they supported me. Mm-hmm. South America, I mean, they asked me many times, like, maybe to go somewhere else, like Australia, somewhere.
Why?
Because they were a bit scared. Uh-huh. And they asked me, like, Asia. I explained to them that we needed the language in order to make the project work. So we needed at least, I mean, the Spanish countries, you can speak a language and meet people and blah, blah, which in Asia you cannot. That's one of the reasons we chose South America and not any other country. Yes. But they were a bit scared about the location, not about me leaving for a year. Under the project, they found that was a good idea and that would, they supported me.
Okay. And you, Thomas?
Oh, they're used to me traveling and doing my thing. So they don't, I mean,
you're never at home, so that.
Huh?
I said you are never at home, so they're used to get into, no? They're used to this, and you are always away, far away, so.
Yeah, I traveled alone in Africa. I did some volunteering in Africa as well, and in China, and they're used to it, so.
Okay. And I remember, so you left with one big backpack, and you are still traveling with one backpack, or you are getting more stuff with you, or you're traveling light, very light, no?
Yeah. Yeah,
Important.
we bought just when we came to Bolivia, went to uni, and it was a bit cold, and we weren't prepared for that. So we just bought like 3 things, and that's it. But we're still traveling with a backpack.
Okay. And according to the technology, what do you use to work? What do you need for your travel and also for the project?
I have a small computer, an old small computer, and he has his.
I have an iPad, which is quite useful.
Okay.
Small and handy.
Yeah, and the connection there, Wi-Fi connection is good. Is this only the way? I mean, you only need internet and you need a computer, and that's all, no?
That's it.
Okay.
We can do it from anywhere.
We can do this project anywhere, right?
Yeah.
And what about traveling and work together? Because you are a couple, you stay all the time together, right? 24 hours a day, and you work and you travel together. So how is the experience so far?
Well, I mean, I won't say it's easy. Obviously, it's a challenge because you're spending. I mean, because you're working at the same time. It's not like you have something to tell you and you seeing like each other in 1 hour or 2 hours in the evening, and you can tell each other about the day, when the day went, because you're all the time together.
Yeah.
But I find it an experience that is strengthening the couple in such a way that is, I mean, I would recommend to do it. Obviously, if you can if you can continue together, but I mean, it's a very good experience, and I think like now 6 months down the line, we really strengthen as a couple as well.
Oh, that's good. So you are going to come back here in Europe in August or July, if I'm right.
July.
You are looking forward to coming back. How do you think will change your life after this experience abroad?
I haven't thought much about changing my life. Like, I actually discovered that I like my life pretty much how it was, which is already something good. Like, I'm not unhappy with how my life was. It's not like I need to change something when I'm back. It does change you a bit, but I don't think I realized it so far. But one thing that I'm happy about is not like I discovered like, shit, my life is taking a direction I don't want it to take. I'm pretty happy with the life I have in Frankfurt, so nothing to change there.
So happy.
Sorry?
So you're happy to come back at the end?
Yeah.
Well, happy to come back. We're happy to stay as well. So.
You have to take a decision.
No, I'm happy to. I mean, it's not like I'm looking forward to come back, but it would be okay. Like, I have friends there to see in Europe. I have like many things that I do want to come back to. Yeah,
we love our life over there. So.
Okay. Yeah. And so far, what did you learn living abroad, living in South America, doing this project? What is the most important lesson that you have learned so far, if you have one?
I would say for me, it's like change. I mean, change all the time. Like, also for the project and for the couple, it has been like a constant change. For the project, we've changed many times about not the concept, but yes, how to deal with this and that problem, and we had to change our approach to basically volunteers and our approach to the target group that we're going to address ourselves to. In the couple, you have to change communication the entire time. You have to, when we started, we used to work in a certain way, and then you see that it doesn't work. You have to change the way you work together. And as a person, you also change your habits the entire time. When you're in your normal life, you have a routine, you have how things should go. And when you come here, you adapt. You have to adapt yourself all the time. So it's been a constant change, at least for me, since we started. Like, every day is a change, and that sometimes is easy. Some other times it's less easy, because it's like it takes a lot of effort to be on that change the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
You, Thomas, want to add something?
Yeah, I think it's important because, I mean, this kind of thing you plan in advance, right? So we started planning it like, I mean, at least a year and a half before we actually started, or even 2 years. So you come up with a plan of all the things that you want to do for the project and personally. And after that, you need to balance between what you had planned and what you need to improvise and to live and adapt your plan to what you're actually seeing here. And that's the balance that is sometimes difficult to find, but it's something I learned as well.
No, that's good. And I have only one last question for you. I know you travel all around the world. You also lived in other countries, but there is one particular travel or one country, one dream country that you would like to visit before it's too late. That you always dream to go there.
Like a country we went to, back, or a new country?
A new country. Yes, one escape, one country that you never visited, and you say, before I die, I want to visit it because I don't know, because it's in your dream. And
yeah, go ahead.
I never had this because normally the countries I want to visit, I visit. So,
okay.
Like, but yeah, sometimes we think about the next countries. No, when we're coming back, we also want to keep traveling. For me, I really miss going to Asia, so I think the next trip would be to Asia, or I don't know, India might also be one of my next destinations. Yeah, I think India could be the country that I haven't visited yet, but I really want to visit before I die, just to say.
Yeah, and I'd like to come back to Malaysia. Go back to Malaysia, like Borneo. I think that's on the top of my list on the next things to do.
Okay, good. Well, thank you, guys, for being
here.
I will put your link in the comments, and I will share with you this project. I don't know if you want to say your last words to all the people that are watching this video.
Well, first, thank you, Serena. And for the people who are watching this video, well, you guys can help us out by liking our page and posting activities and sharing. That would be really helpful. And those of you who are hesitating between staying where you are or leaving for a sabbatical, or just do it, because at the end of the day, you can always come back to where you were before. Mm-hmm. But you can never do this. You should take the opportunity, because at the worst case scenario, you go back to where you are now.
I totally agree. Well, thank you again per quelli che hanno seguito tutta l'intervista. Se avete dei dubbi o commenti li potete lasciare nella parte sotto dei commenti, anche se qualcosa non è stato chiaro in inglese. E se avete domande, sia io che i ragazzi Paola e Thomas siamo pronti per rispondere nei commenti. Un bacio, a presto. Say hi, goodbye, and thanks a lot. Enjoy America, and I wish you all the best for Jamuy, for your project.
Thank you. And you for yours. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Thank you.